You are listening to Let the Money Talk podcast, a podcast where our PhillipCapital's experts deconstruct world-class tactics, tools, and routines for managing your finances. I'm Rashawn, your host for Money Never Sleeps. Stay tuned for our experts' top tips.
Hello and welcome back to Let the Money Talk. I'm Roshan Gidwani, the presenter for Pitch Media. In addition to being the host for this show, I'm also the presenter for the Daily Morning Note, financial news live on PhillipCapital's YouTube and Facebook page, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Today, we're going to discuss whether you are retirement ready with inflation eroding your CPF monies with Mr. Kelvin Wang, a financial services director at PhillipCapital. Let's get to it. Hi, Kelvin. How are you?
Hi, Rushan. I'm good. Thanks for having me. Now, before I begin, my sharing is purely my personal opinion and should not be taken as professional financial consultation advice.
You're welcome, Kelvin. Now, given the high inflation rates we have seen in 2022, there are growing concerns that savings may not be enough for retirement. Could you break down how rising inflation impacts CPF retirement funds?
Sure. Firstly, CPF stands for Central Provident Fund, a compulsory comprehensive savings and pension plan for working Singaporeans and permanent residents, primarily to fund their retirement, healthcare, and housing needs in Singapore. Now, there has been a steady rise in both life expectancy and the standard of living in this country. This increases the possibility of Singaporeans outliving their CPF savings. To counter this issue, the CPF Minimum Sum Scheme was implemented to ensure their guaranteed monthly payouts upon retirement. According to a Straits Times article published in February 2022, our government has announced that the sum will increase by 3.5% from 2023 to 2027. Please note that the current CPF minimum sum as of 2023 is fixed at 198,800. Let's now talk about the impact of inflation rates on retirement security. In comparison to last year, there has been an overall increase of 7%, and the most affected sectors are housing and utilities, food, and transportation. For Singaporeans who rely solely on their CPF for retirement, do take note that the ordinary account and the special account have an annual guaranteed compounding interest of 2.5% and 4% respectively. However, most will find their purchasing power reduced significantly due to the current inflation rates by the time they're able to withdraw from their CPF at the age of 55. This might happen if they utilize the amount from their ordinary account for monthly mortgage. It will only get worse as the withdrawal amount shrinks over the years due to the 3.5% annual rise in the CPF minimum sum.
Brilliant. That's very informative. So, do you think it's necessary for CPF return rates to go up in order to catch up or even outpace inflation rates?
Okay, theoretically, money in the CPF ordinary account and the special accounts compound at a guaranteed interest of 2.5% and 4% respectively. Therefore, it should be able to keep up with the rising inflation rate while providing a decent, comfortable retirement sum. Let's do some quick calculations, shall we? Now, assuming a 30-year-old Singaporean earns $6,000 per month, he would have a combined employer and employee CPF contribution amount of about $27,000 per year. Compounding at the mentioned interest rates every year for a duration of 25 years, the ordinary account, of which contribution range around $1,200 per month, will come close to $530,000 in total. Contribution to the CPF special account, on the other hand, ranges around $400 per month, will be close to $220,000 by the time of withdrawal. So, setting aside the CPF minimum sum, the withdrawal amount will reach close to $560,000 in cash. Now, in another assumed scenario, however, the CPF account holder can only rely on the special account if the maximum contribution from the CPF ordinary account has been utilized for monthly mortgage. This makes the withdrawal amount in cash shrink drastically after the CPF minimum sum has been set aside. It will be around $25,000 as compared to $560,000 as previously mentioned. Now, this is a huge difference of more than $500,000 in cash. So based on the above calculations, it is speculated that most Singaporeans will be in a property-rich but cash-poor situation. This will certainly be exacerbated by the continual rise of housing and property prices in this inflationary environment. This makes the purchase of new properties difficult. Therefore, I reckon that one of the ways to outpace the current rising inflation rates is to maximize the monies in your CPF ordinary account and special account via investment with regular monitoring. My advice is to start saving or investing as early as possible to make up for the loss of 2.5% compounding interest.
Very good. I understand that higher CPF rates may not be beneficial to everybody. Could you explain this?
Okay, this is a very interesting question, Roshan. Increased CPF rates are typically associated with higher savings for the CPF funds. However, we must take note that the current HDB mortgage interest is above the current CPF ordinary account interest amount, with the formula fixed at 2.5% plus a spread of 0.5%. Therefore, both rates will rise correspondingly.
So everything evolves as time goes by, right, Kelvin? Any word of advice for those who are about to retire in the midst of a high inflation rate environment?
Okay, frankly speaking, the current inflationary environment is challenging for retiring Singaporeans who have not sufficiently planned for their retirement yet. I would suggest taking a look at their government schemes such as a silver housing bonus and lease buyback. Alternatively, you may reach out to a trust financial planner for a discussion on how to maximize the monetization of your current properties without selling or restructure your finances for retirement. So yes, you can generate absolute income from your current property without selling, leasing, or renting it.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for your time, Kelvin. That was very insightful. Once again, for those watching, please engage an experienced financial specialist to help you with your financial plan. Feel free to connect with Kelvin if you would like to know more. You can connect with him on http://bit.ly/talk to Kelvin Wang, or you can visit our Phillip Wealth Advisory Facebook page at www.facebook.com/Phillip Wealth Advisory if you have further inquiries. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will be released soon. And if you're looking for the latest financial news weekday mornings, I present the Daily Morning Note on PhillipCapital's YouTube channel and Facebook page at 8:30 a.m. Once again, I'm Roshan Gidwani. Thanks so much and see you all again soon.
Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please forward it to others, share it on social media, and leave a review. Follow this channel for other podcasts.